Okay, so the last one we'll get Sheikh Yahya to introduce himself, and we also want to know his favorite superhero.
Assalamualaikum everyone. It's gotta be Batman. All fans for Batman. He's dark and mysterious and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm Yahya, which is easy. I'll tell you a little bit about my journey to Islam. About your age, 17, 18, started to get a little bit more serious about wanting to know why I do the things that I do. As a Muslim, why do I pray? Why do I say the things in this order? For what reason? And once you start asking that question, there's no answer that will satisfy you except following the Prophet ﷺ. So you want to learn what he said and what he did. So I was at university, first year, last years of high school, first year of university. My initial degrees were in geology and chemistry. And I chose that because I was a young, impressionable young man who thought, oh, there's oil in Saudi Arabia. If I want to study Islam and still make a living, I should be a geologist. But I hated it. So in my third year, I picked up a computer science degree because I was doing all the math and stuff anyway and the science. So I did a triple major, which sounds silly, but it happened. Graduated, was working for Natural Resources Canada as a geologist. Saudi Arabia didn't work out. I didn't like it there, except for Mecca and Medina and the Shuyukh, mashallah. September 11th happened. I was 23 and I traveled a lot for work, and travel became difficult. We'll talk about that later. It became very difficult traveling as a Muslim named Yahya Adel Ibrahim. Mr. Ibrahim, there's a message for you. Yes, I know. Come to the front of the plane. Yes, sir. I'll be there. Can we deplane you first? Yes, no problems. So it got really difficult. And I did a lecture tour in Australia. I was like 23. They always thought I was like this 50-year-old guy. Because back then there was no Skype. There was no Facebook. People didn't know what you looked like. They would download your stuff on the internet, but there was no YouTube. You couldn't see what the person looked like. Do you guys know a Sheikh named Hussein? Ever hear of him? I was like 21, emailing Sheikh Husseini. We both sat on the same board of some financial institution. They didn't know I was 21. They just thought Sheikh Yahya, right? And we would email, and then when he saw me for the first time, he goes, "You're not him." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "No, Sheikh has like 50, 55. I said, no, it's me. He goes, "Are you sure?" This was like in India, just 2009, the first time we ever met. He goes, "You?" I was like, "Yes." I'm sorry. It's my fault. I should tell you how old I am. So yeah, it became really difficult. I was on a lecture tour, and there was an Islamic school in Perth, in Australia. That Islamic school had 3,000 students, 3 campuses, and looked awesome. And they said, please, brother, just be a youth coordinator for 6 months. And I took 6 months leave off work in Canada, and I came back, and I never left. I liked working with young people and talking about Islam and learning about Islam. So I continued doing what I did, bachelor's of education, master's of school management, whatever, later. Here I am in KL. No, Janda, Baik. With lovely people. So we'll talk all about that as we proceed, inshallah. So that's my journey.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair.